Welcome everyone. It's great to be here in person today. So I am Maya O'Neill. I'm Director of the Centre for Secure Information Technologies at Queen's University Belfast. And I have just taken over as Chair of the Academy's Research Committee, and I'm your host for this evening. I feel honoured to be here today and to be part of this event to announce the winner of the 2022 Bhattacharyya Award, which recognises and celebrates sustained strategic collaboration between universities and industry in the UK. This award is a tribute to Professor Lord Kumar Bhattacharya, Britain's first ever Professor of Manufacturing at the University of Warwick and founder of the Warwick Manufacturing Group, WMG. WMG is funded by the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, or BEIS, and Professor Bhattacharya was a pioneering advocate for collaboration between industry and academia and for the power of such partnerships to make real-world impact. So it's appropriate to be here in the Professor Lord Bhattacharya building as guests of WMG and the University of Warwick. So now for some housekeeping announcements. Parking is not free in the university campus. So if you arrived here by car and parked within the university and you haven't yet paid, please head over to the registration desk after this presentation and our colleague Sophia can help process that for you. There is no fire alarm planned, so if you do hear an alarm going off, please assemble outside the building. And finally, if you're inspired by what you see today, please share your highlights on social media using the hashtag #RANGResearch. So we have a packed lineup for you this evening, but first I'd like to welcome Professor Robin Clark, Dean of WMG and Head of Department. And as I mentioned, WMG was founded by the late Professor Lord Kumar Bhattacharya. I'll hand over to you now, Robin, to hear about your thoughts on today's Bhattacharya Award ceremony.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'd like to start by adding my welcome to the nominees, the judges, and our distinguished guests from across industry, government and research to this, as you have already identified, wonderful building. This is a building that bears Lord Bhattacharya's name, and that's important because it's a place where collaboration between industry and academia, which were the founding principles of WMG as a university department, is very evident. For all of us at WMG, it's a pleasure to have all of you with us today. But most especially, I would like to say how happy I am that we're joined by Lady Bhattacharya. Bridie, you're most welcome as always. For those who might not know, these awards are not the only awards the Royal Academy of Engineering supports in Lord Bhattacharya's honour. Alongside tonight's awards, there is also the Lord Bhattacharya Engineering Education Programme Higher Education Bursary Scheme, for which Bridie in particular has been a powerful advocate. These bursaries offer students in the West Midlands from low incomes and underrepresented backgrounds a substantial grant to support their university studies. And I wanted to highlight both sets of awards tonight because they speak to the need for a holistic approach to academic and industrial collaboration, something that I know Lord Bhattacharya himself believed in passionately. Each of our nominees and their industrial partners have enjoyed the opportunity to follow their passion for innovation. It's not always easy. Innovation never is, and the money's rarely enough for what you want to do. But what's critical is that opportunities exist to pursue those ambitions. Support for people to become innovators is essential at every level. We must never forget that every innovator began as a learner, and that no advance can be delivered without supporting the development of talented people. One example of this comes from the work of our chair tonight, Professor O'Neill, who, in her work investigating security vulnerabilities in connected devices, tasked one of her intern students to investigate a connected doll. Together, they discovered that it was possible to use such a doll to record audio and then to replay it to open smart locks. And I've watched the TED talk, it's very good. I think that helps show how a strong technical education system is essential to successful innovation. That means it's vital to link research partnerships with lifelong learning opportunities that extend from schools to colleges, universities, and the workplace, and which offer people at every stage of their careers and learning journeys the opportunity to innovate. I want to thank the Royal Academy of Engineering for their commitment to both parts of this vision, an education and skills system open and welcoming to all, and a culture of innovation which is founded on a belief in the value of partnership. Tonight's nominees show the value of that approach. I think of how Manchester's partnership with the National Grid led to the development of a new pylon design that will connect the Hinkley Power Station to the grid, delivering power to 6 million homes. Or how Swansea's Sustainable Steel Alliance is working on printing solar cells onto coated steel, enabling renewable energy sources to be integrated directly into construction. I mentioned too, in both Manchester and Swansea, and across all of tonight's nominees, education and research partnerships are closely linked, whether it's Manchester's Power Academy scholarships or how leaders like Martin Brunnock of Tata Steel have engaged with Swansea University through their undergraduate and postgraduate education, and are now leading innovation partnerships themselves. Ultimately, partnerships and collaboration are about people, about supporting their development and growth throughout their careers, whether as learners, researchers, or business leaders. By building those links, we create a powerful engine for innovation. I'm grateful to the Royal Academy of Engineering for their support for this approach and their unstinting efforts to highlight the incredible work being done across the country in collaboration with industry. Tonight really demonstrates the power of partnership, the founding principle behind WMG, by showing how it can transform the world around us all. So I'd like to close by thanking each of our nominees, both for proving what is possible and for inspiring us to continue building new partnerships for the future. And I'd also like to wish them all the best for continued success in their creative endeavours as they move forward. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Robin. I wasn't expecting to hear about my doll tonight, but thank you. Next up, we'll be hearing from Professor Paul Monks, BEI's Chief Scientific Advisor. Unfortunately, Paul was unable to join us tonight, but he has provided us with a message to share with you.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me to join the Lord Bhattacharyya Award ceremony. I'm Professor Paul Monks, Chief Scientific Advisor for the Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, and I'm absolutely delighted to be speaking with you today. As you know, in July 2019, the government announced 2 tributes to celebrate the contribution that Lord Bhattacharya made to the UK in championing excellence in engineering education and industry-academia collaboration. One of these tributes was the Bhattacharya Award, which BEI's funds to encourage and celebrate best practice in developing effective and sustained collaboration between the UK's fantastic universities and industry. As BEI's Chief Scientific Advisor, it is clear that we cannot meet the challenges and the opportunities facing the UK without bringing together academia and business. By working hand in hand, academic advances can be translated to industry to bring forward game-changing innovations. From scaling up the manufacturing of life-saving ventilators to rapidly developing vaccines, the pandemic illustrated the importance of innovation and new technologies. Our innovation success during the pandemic also set us a challenge to learn from it and to prove how government and academia and industry can work together to deliver impact across the country. How do we promote the necessary culture of innovation and nurture to drive the next wave of technological transformation? Where do we need the most innovation? How can we support commercialisation and timely uptake of new innovations without a pandemic to compel us? To grasp this, in July 2021, the government produced the UK Innovation Strategy, Leading the Future by Creating It. The strategy reflected on the 10 core innovation lessons from the pandemic and set out the government's plans to make the UK a global hub for innovation and to cement the UK as a science superpower. Increasing innovation will enhance productivity across the UK economy and in turn bring high-value jobs, growth and prosperity to all parts of the UK. The type of partnerships that the Bhattacharyya Award recognises are championed in the innovation strategy and are key in achieving the government's ambition to level up the economy and opportunity across the country. Congratulations to all the finalists. It's fantastic to see that you're from all over the UK, the vast range of technology families and sectors, the shortlist stretches across, and the government's ambitions that they support. I hope your involvement with this award inspires you to continue to join forces for further groundbreaking research to form new productive partnerships and to create future impact for the UK. Thank you and good luck.
So great to hear from Paul. So now we are joined by Professor Rahim Tavazzoli, FREng, and winner of last year's Bhattacharya Award with the University of Surrey and the 5G Innovation Centre, or now the 6G Innovation Centre. The judges were particularly impressed with how the centre brings together leading academics and key industry partners in a shared vision to help define and develop the 5G infrastructure that will underpin the way we communicate, work and live our everyday lives. So I'd like to welcome Rahim and present you with a certificate on your win.
Thank you very much, Mar. Thank you very much, Royal Academy. Thank you very much, Lord Bhattacharya and Lady Bhattacharya. I would like to take this opportunity to make the Royal Academy of Engineering, to thank Royal Academy of Engineering for awarding the University of Surrey the very prestigious Lord Bhattacharya Award for Industry Academia Collaboration in 2021. The recognition of the work at the 5G Innovation Centre has been greatly appreciated. We made an impact on both national and international scale, making a difference in many ways, including driving research quality, spearheading a unique vision for 2020 plus, which has now become and adopted globally. Moreover, we have created many innovations in technology to regulation, as well as having trained not only our researchers, but also more than 300 UK small, medium-sized companies to become internationally competitive. Local councils, to name just a few. This award is a testimony of our hard work and commitment for almost 10 years and is a fantastic celebration of Lord Bhattacharya's immense contribution to the UK manufacturing sector. We have been hosting many VVIPs from UK government, other countries, presidents, prime ministers, and ministers. Amongst these have been the then DCMS Communication Minister, Margot James, who we had the pleasure of hosting at the University of Surrey. I'll never forget that day. Working with industry is at the core of what we do at the University of Surrey. Our ethos of doing impactful and relevant research for the good of society, the environment, and economy remains at the top of our agenda. Our mission in this respect is simply to show industry partners what is the art of possible. The success of 5GIC and its global recognition helped us to launch 6GIC in November 2020. And this Royal Academy of Engineering Award recognition has really helped us to further establish new international collaboration with Japan, with South Korea, with India, to name a few countries. 6G is a 10-year research journey and expected to be in market not before 2030. On behalf of the University of Surrey, members of the 5GIC, and industry partners, large and small, I would like to sincerely thank Royal Academy of Engineering for the recognition and fantastic celebration of the Lord Bhattacharya's contribution to the UK. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ray. So next up, we'll be hearing from Margot James, Executive Chair here at WMG. And as Rahim mentioned, Margot also served as Minister of State for DCMS, with responsibility for digital, telecoms and the creative industries. And prior to that, she served as Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State at BEIS, with responsibility for small businesses, consumers and corporate governments, including labour markets. I'll hand over to you, Margot, to hear about your thoughts on today's ceremony.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction, and a very warm welcome to all our visitors here and all the finalists and our previous illustrious winner, which it was a delight to hear from just now. As you can probably tell from the sign outside, all of us at WMG are extremely proud of the achievements of our founding chairman. And I can think of no more appropriate place to announce the winners of the annual Bhattacharya Award. I'd like to thank Greg Clark, the Royal Academy of Engineering, Professor Dowling, and all the judges for their hard work in making these awards a success. Throughout his career, Lord Bhattacharya dedicated himself to building partnerships between academia and industry. He believed that for businesses to succeed, they needed to continually innovate, and that to do that required the development of enduring partnerships between academic researchers and industrial entrepreneurs. He knew that collaboration, the sharing of perspectives, and the ability to cross-pollinate ideas from academic inquiry to meet the ever-shifting challenges of industry was crucial to world-leading innovation. And like many concepts, the clarity of that vision underestimates the complexity sometimes of making it happen. And it was here that his organisational, personal and political genius came into play. Because to truly embed industrial academic partnerships into the British academic and educational system required fresh approaches from government, from industry and researchers alike. It demands of us an ability to focus one and the same time on the industrial research challenges, on emerging fields of inquiry and new industries, on funding systems, intellectual property and research incentives, a complex ecosystem. And making that happen remains and was always and remains a challenge, but the rewards are so worthwhile. And I think of last year's winner that we have already heard from, the 5G Innovation Centre, at the University of Surrey. And Rahim Tafazzoli has created there a truly inspirational institution. And we're delighted to have you with us here tonight. You mentioned my visit quite a few years ago now, and I've never forgotten that visit either. I saw for myself how their work, developing self-balancing robots and commercializing smart devices to support dementia patients, among many other groups, how such partnerships can not only produce fantastic innovation, but they can change people's lives so much for the better. At WMG too, our partnerships with industry have taught us to extend the vision of what's possible. We've grown from our starting point of applying academic innovation to the automotive sector in the 1980s to a far broader range of research and education programs here today. For example, our expertise in forensic scanning began with seeking to understand the properties of new materials for manufacturers. And it has now emerged to become one of the foremost crime-fighting specialist forensic units in the country, working for the West Midlands Police, the London Met, amongst many other police forces. How nanocomposites research has applications in both battery development and now in wastewater treatment. And the drive for sustainability needs of every sector of industry to adopt circular economy principles from design to manufacture to reuse to recycling and upcycling. That crucial circular economy is now the focus of a new unit of research here at WMG. The potential exists to apply these new ideas to industry across a very wide range of research disciplines, from computing to physics to medicine and social sciences. Our nominees tonight also prove how broad the impact of partnership can be, from redesigning computer memory to linking propulsion systems and the national grid to reduce CO2. From developing new alloys for aerospace and new steels for construction, designing buildings to withstand tsunamis, to designing transport systems that make modern cities, like our city here in Coventry, more sustainable. The work of tonight's nominees shows that Lord Bhattacharya's vision is indeed beginning to be delivered across our country by talented researchers and innovative businesses in so many different sectors and in many different fields of research. And that is a legacy he, all of us at WMG, and of course his family, can all be so very proud of. I wish all nominees huge success tonight. Thank you very much.
So finally, I'd like to welcome Professor Dame Anne Dowling, Chair of the Judging Panel. Dame Anne is the immediate past President of the Royal Academy of Engineering and author of the Dowling Review on Business University Research Collaboration. So she's ideally placed to chair this panel. I'll hand over to Dame Anne now to tell you a bit more about the Bhattacharya Award.
Well, thank you for that kind introduction. Distinguished guests, Bhattacharya Award finalists and judges, it's a real pleasure to be with you tonight in this amazing location, just the right place to celebrate partnerships between academia and business and industry. I've, as you heard, had the pleasure of chairing the judging panel, not just this year, but last year as well, since the inaugural Bhattacharya Award. And I'm really delighted that we're here today to celebrate and recognise exceptional collaborations between universities and industry. As you've already heard, this award is a tribute to Professor Lord Kumar Bhattacharya. He was such a pioneering advocate for collaboration between industry and academia and illustrated so brilliantly the power that such partnerships have to make real-world impact. Throughout my own career, I've experienced firsthand the real benefits of academia-industry research partnerships and of use-inspired research. While I was president of the Royal Academy of Engineering, I was asked by government to chair a review of business-university research collaboration. And the review highlighted a gap in the market to encourage such partnerships to grow and proposed the creation of awards for collaborative excellence. The R&D People and Culture Strategy and the UK Innovation Strategy, published by BAYES last year, highlighted the benefits of encouraging a greater flow of people and ideas through enhanced collaboration between academia and industry. And I do hope the new government will continue to prioritise this, and I'm so delighted that BAYES is supporting this award. The Royal Academy of Engineering is a fellowship of exceptional engineers from both business and academia, and has long recognised and promoted the value of such partnerships. Our strategic goal, to harness the power of engineering to build a sustainable society and an inclusive economy that works for everyone, wouldn't be possible without researchers and industry leaders working together. We believe that engineers can help solve some of the world's greatest challenges and make a real contribution to making the world safer, fairer, and more sustainable. But we recognise that engineers can only do this through working with experts in other fields. And today's event celebrates collaborations within and beyond engineering across a very wide range of disciplines. From addressing COVID-19 to climate change, university-industry collaborations in the UK and beyond are helping to improve the world that we're living in today. And the finalists for this year's Bhattacharyya Award represent partnerships that are addressing some of the most pressing challenges in the UK and globally, including cybersecurity, resilience against natural disasters, optimizing public transport systems, and developing sustainable solutions for aviation, manufacturing, and electricity. We received some fantastic entries that really showcased best practice in developing effective collaborations between universities and industry. And I know I speak for all members of the judging panel when I say that the quality and range of the applications made it really difficult to select the finalists. It was even harder to then go on and choose the overall winner of the £25,000 prize. Each of our finalists has produced a short video to showcase their collaboration, and all those films inspired us in their different ways. And I hope that their stories will inspire productive new partnerships in the future. But next, I invite you to watch those videos about the shortlisted entries and see who you would pick. But after that, I'll announce the winner. Thank you.
At the University of Birmingham, we are exceptionally proud of our partnership with Rolls-Royce, our longest and most strategic partnership, not just for what we've delivered to date, but for what we will deliver in the future. We've just had our best ever results in the Research Excellence Framework, and our partnership with Rolls-Royce gave us one of our strongest impact cases. That means it helped us make a real difference in the world.
I enjoy leading our partnership as it delivers new technologies, new buildings, and develops careers. It's built on the commitment and dedication of 2 generations of Rolls-Royce and university researchers to produce safe, efficient aero engine. Birmingham's story is of the metallurgy of discs and blades.
This unique and highly collaborative partnership has protected UK manufacturing jobs. It has consistently delivered world-class technology, skills and scientific understanding that is directly applicable to our business. The expertise at Birmingham underpins our UK metallurgy base, and the recruitment of PhDs from Birmingham has been prodigious. Our partnership with Birmingham has the quality and commitment to deliver.
Working inside the partnership has been great. It's built my confidence, allowed me to do my own individual research during COVID restrictions, and has provided me financial support throughout. Prizes, vacation scholarships and my final year project have now led to me starting a PhD.
If you aspire to do research at scale and create impact, then to lead HTRC is a privilege. Our outstanding designers, researchers, engineers and technicians collaborate to create step change advances in a crown jewel technology.
So studying and working within the Rolls-Royce and University partnership has given me the opportunity to work with all the process operations here at HTRC. This has then led me to validate research cast part, to get the mechanistic understanding of linking raw material variation to cast part dimension.
This unique and highly collaborative partnership has consistently delivered technology, skills and scientific understanding that's been of direct relevance to our business. I'm so excited to continue working with the team, such a diverse and creative group that will help us prepare for the future.
Going forward, we will continue to protect manufacturing in the region, to contribute to gender equality and inclusion, and to promote sustainable aviation goals.
The computer systems we use today are grounded in design from the 1970s, the hardware and the software. And the problem is that the world has changed. Now we have networks interconnecting all machines and countless software vulnerabilities that leave our systems open to attackers. This means we need something new. In 2010, I was completing my PhD at the university, working with companies like Apple and Google to understand how we can best mitigate software security vulnerabilities.
We started exploring how do you fundamentally improve computer security by doing an engineering optimization across both hardware and software.
Working with SRI International in the US, we propose a new technology that we call Cherry. Cherry allows hardware and software to work together to prevent security vulnerabilities from being exploited by attackers.
By 2014, we had our academic prototype, but we realised we needed an industrial partner to transition the technology, and we were delighted when ARM wished to engage. This is the kind of collaboration that the University of Cambridge encourages because it allows us to transition fundamental research to solve real-world problems.
As part of the relationships we've got with Cambridge, we see regular research presentations. And one of those in 2014 on the Cherry technology, I remember sitting through it going, this is really interesting. I wonder how we can actually make that into a commercially viable technology. We started off relatively small as we were getting to understand the idea, and as it became clear that there was something really of value here, so we ramped up the team. The collaboration works really well because Cambridge brings a deep understanding of the security technology they've worked on. ARM brings the world's largest software ecosystem and an immense experience in processor design. Cambridge University's Cherry technology was taken into our prototype design called Morello, which is being funded by UKRI's Digital Security by Design programme. The scale of what we've been able to investigate here is unusually large. Normally, when you're investigating a piece of architecture, you come up with a very simple prototype. Here we actually have a state-of-the-art processor being adapted with this technology.
The collaboration of Cambridge University and ARM and the Digital Secure by Design programme has the potential to fundamentally fix cybersecurity problems we've been grappling with for 50 years. If it's successful, it's going to be an absolute game changer, removing memory safety errors from the ecosystem once and for all. Very few entities are incentivized to actually fix this problem. So this is an example of a systemic intervention that I think is going to be more and more necessary in the future, where government can intervene through the Digital Secure by Design programme to get things out into the real world where there's very little incentive for other people to do that. That's how I think we're going to fix cybersecurity for the future.
The TSC was established 30 years ago to support the railway industry. The TSC is an innovative and semi-commercial entity working with and for over 120 transport operators in the UK and globally.
We design our research to be used in the real world. The ethos that underpins our research is that our work should not only be analytical or be orientated towards an academic audience, but explicitly designed to benefit society and to achieve impacts in the real world. And to do that, we disseminate, share and organise our entire research programme in continuous close collaboration with our industry partners. And this ensures that our findings can be embedded within their processes, practices and policies, ultimately leading to impact.
We cover all aspects of metro performance: customer service, internal efficiency, safety, environmental aspects and finance. There have been significant impacts to industry, amounting to over £1.5 billion worth of benefits over the last 15 years. These arise in particular from improved asset replacement and renewal strategies and from improved sustainable fares and funding policies.
At a recent meeting that we organised, a group of international bus operators came together and discussed and analysed the potential for hydrogen to be used in future fleet mix along with electric battery buses. This is essential for meeting the industry's sustainability goals.
We've worked with London Underground to help them save more than £100 million over 30 years by redesigning the way they approach escalators, the procurement, the specification and the maintenance.
We've also benefited hugely during the pandemic with the benchmarking work that the team here through the Comet organisation have done to help all the metros and public transportation partnerships understand the impact of the pandemic, from ridership numbers, service levels and the costs that we've been incurring as a result. And that's been hugely beneficial for us in terms of future service planning and establishing what the longer term impact of the pandemic may be to us.
Performance analysis by the TSC demonstrated our very high levels of cost efficiency on an international basis, and that strongly helped us attract 337 million in capital support from the UK government. This funding will replace our aging rolling stock, which we expect will deliver significant benefits in not just reliability, but also environmental performance, both of which are hugely important to our regional economy.
The TSC has an outstanding global reputation in areas of key public policy, enhancing the college and the UK's soft power. The TSC's ethos of close collaboration with industry strongly resonates with Imperial College's vision of supporting excellent research for the benefit of society.
To deliver net zero, our electricity system must continue to evolve to meet those ever-increasing energy demands from our customers. We must innovate and find new ways of delivering ever-increasing amounts of electricity to customers. And our partnership with the University of Manchester is really helping us to achieve this.
Our partnership is focused on one shared goal: to deliver real impact. Together, we're innovating at pace, deploying new technologies onto the live electricity network so we can ensure the UK has access to reliable, affordable and environmentally sustainable energy both now and in the future. The success of our collaboration is best illustrated through a number of examples.
The T-pylon is a new design of overhead line being built in Somerset. The university has worked alongside National Grid in the development of this new design and also delivered projects that benefit the working environment of the overhead line staff that are minimising the environmental impacts of these lines.
SF6 is a potent greenhouse gas that we aim to remove from our network by 2050. Manchester's demonstration of the technical viability of retrofill gave us the confidence to accelerate retrofill projects on our network. At Richborough Substation, working in collaboration with Hitachi Energy, we have replaced 755 kilograms of SF6 with an alternative gas, delivering a 99% reduction in carbon equivalent.
At Highbury Substation, research work with the University of Manchester has supported National Grid's understanding of how to install a 400 kV transformer with environmentally friendly, low-fire ester insulating liquid. Eliminating mineral oil has resulted in more than a 40% reduction in the substation's footprint.
Our future project will see an increasing use of this off-grid substation in Deeside, North Wales. Manchester worked closely with the National Grid to develop this site that will allow us to safely trial innovative technologies at voltages of up to 400 kV and accelerate their deployment onto the network.
At the University of Manchester, we have 3 core goals: to deliver world-leading research, high-quality teaching and learning, all while embedding social responsibility within everything we do. With National Grid, we are delivering cutting-edge research. We are training the next generation of engineers who will continue to drive the changes necessary to transform our energy system to tackle climate change. This means that researchers at the University of Manchester are having real-world societal impact by playing a pivotal role in ensuring the UK's low-carbon energy is sustainable, just and secure.
Our partnership with Manchester is really important to us, and it's really helping us develop that innovation portfolio that we need to be able to respond to the change.
I'm Martin Brunnock. I'm the Hub Director of Tata Steel Strip Products UK. Our Port Talbot Steelworks is the largest integrated steelworks in the UK, employs 4,500 people and manufactures 5 million tonnes of liquid steel per year. On the bay, Swansea University is celebrating its centenary, founded in 1920, to provide industry with the skills required at that time, and it continues to do so to this day. I'm an example of that. My relationship with Swansea University started 31 years ago, where I did my undergraduate degree in materials engineering and then a postgraduate qualification. I've worked my way up in the industry to become the Hub Director. And it's not just education. The Strategic Steel Alliance in Swansea University enables the university to work with industry to create new products and processes and to innovate with industry, not just Tata Steel, but for the benefit of the whole UK steel industry.
What makes this collaboration so special is the longevity of it. And that longevity of relationship means that we've got a great deal of trust with each other. Swansea understand the Tata business and we understand the Swansea expertise that can help our business. And it means that they can provide us with support and resources for our challenges both now and in the future, and provide skills that we can't provide as a company, and similarly we can help them understand the industry challenges.
What's really special about this collaboration is that it goes all the way from atoms to whole buildings, like this active office that we're in today, which is powered by the sun and made of lots of steel. And the multidisciplinary nature of the work covers every aspect of science, engineering, maths and finance, and all of the technology readiness levels. And what's really important is that helps us move the whole industry of steel in the UK and other foundation industries like glass.
It's estimated that the UK steel industry contributes £7 billion a year to the UK economy. But clearly to maintain that we need a pipeline of skills to come into the industry, both to operate our machines and research our new technologies, but also to be the future leaders to drive the industry forward. And we've got some challenges facing us. We need to decarbonise our own industry. We also need to help our customers become more carbon efficient in their industries and in their supply chains. And by decarbonising the whole manufacturing supply chain, we can make sure that we do what we need to do to contribute to society going forward.
This collaboration has been really important for Swansea University because it's delivered so much for us in terms of research and innovation. We have currently £50 million worth of research and innovation projects with the industry, and training projects which bring forward the next generation of researchers and engineers. In addition, we've got all the educational aspects of what we do, which feed through into schools outreach and engage people with what we're trying to achieve.
In 2004, the Indian Ocean tsunami killed over 250,000 people, causing destruction across the Indian Ocean. Having seen that damage with my own eyes and realizing that as engineers we could do something to help to stop it happening again, I approached HR Wallingford and Arup, and together we decided to fill this research gap on engineering design of coastal defences, buildings and also community resilience to tsunami. Key outputs of this project have been the development of novel tsunami generation facilities in laboratories in the UK, We have had our research put into practice in real engineering projects. We've developed structural analysis code that has been recognized by building standards. And now we've also reached out to working with communities, engaging with them on tsunami evacuation and drills.
So the main outcome of the work has been an increase in our fundamental knowledge of tsunami interaction with the coastal environment, particularly buildings and seawalls. For HR Wallingford, it's been the creation of the tsunami simulator and the development of that as part of the collaboration, furthering the research that we're doing with UCL and with Arup.
We've looked at things like the overtopping of tsunami waves, the forces which would make structures slide off their foundations, and in particular something called scour, which is the sediment transport around the base and foundations of structures.
From these experimental results, we've been able to characterize tsunami forces when they impact buildings onshore. And from that, we've been able to then model them numerically in order to assess how structures respond under tsunami loading. And that has filtered into the American building codes, the ASCE 722.
So the collaboration between UCL, HR Wallingford and Arup has really helped UK industry develop tsunami designs and assessments both on a local and international scale. For example, the Wilver-Newid nuclear power station, where we assess the level of tsunami risk to the site. We've also worked in regions like Chile, looking at reconstruction of some of the coastal towns affected by the 2010 Maule earthquake.
One of the impacts of this research has been the extensive collaboration with local universities and schools to help them develop emergency evacuation protocol so that they're better prepared in the eventuality of a tsunami.
Tsunami hazard is not going away, nor are disasters, and we all know that the poorest in the communities are those worst hit. With UCL's backing, with Arup and HR Wallingford, we're working towards reducing the risk to the poorest. And this is fundamentally one of the core values of our institutions.
Well, those videos really show how inspirational it was to be a judge for this year's Bhattacharyya Award. It's been an eye-opening experience, and I've been so pleased to be part of an initiative that celebrates and recognises excellence in university business collaborations. These partnerships are key to sustainable growth based on innovation and underpin the UK's ability to level up and spread opportunity throughout the country. And as you saw, the shortlist for this award represents applications from all over the UK. The judging panel had some really difficult decisions about, first of all, which collaborations to shortlist, and then the even harder decision to select the overall winner. We looked for clear evidence of sustained strategic collaborations over at least 5 years that spanned multiple projects, grants, and activities. The winning combination of the winning collaboration had to be centered on an academic team and one or more industrial partners. It should not be restricted to a single lead academic, but could reflect a wider institutional partnership. We looked for original and distinctive collaborations that have led to broad benefits to the UK and beyond. And the winning collaboration fulfills all these criteria and more. And with that introduction, I'm delighted to announce that this year's winners of the Bhattacharyya Award are the University of Birmingham and Rolls-Royce. The judges felt that this long-standing partnership embodies how universities and industries can work together to bring about a wealth of benefit, both to the organisations involved and to the wider community. The judges were particularly impressed how this collaboration has underpinned both the metallurgy science base and manufacturing industry of the UK for more than 30 years and has enabled the UK to excel even in the face of intense global competition. With over 100 doctorates, PhDs and NGDs, students joining Rolls-Royce from the university, the collaboration has clearly provided a stream of well-trained postgraduates to fill highly skilled jobs in the UK. So congratulations to the University of Birmingham and Rolls-Royce for presenting us a wonderful and inspirational example of collaboration between academia and business. And now I'd like to ask Paul Bowen and representatives of the University of Warwick and Mark Jeffries from Rolls-Royce to come and join me on the stage when we'll present the certificate. So please come and join me.
Thank you. It's lovely to see you. Thank you.
A number of you. I think we probably need to move over to this and just got one certificate, so does that work?
Thank you, Dame Anne, and congratulations to the University of Birmingham and Rolls-Royce. What an inspiring collaboration. Thank you to everyone who has joined us today for the announcement of the 2022 Bhattacharyya Award. It's been inspirational to hear about the winning collaboration and all the partnerships featured and their wide-reaching benefits. We'd also like to thank BAYS, who are funding the prize, as a tribute to Professor Lord Kumar Bhattacharya, and to WMG, who have hosted this evening's event. The footage from today's event and the showcase films of all the finalists will be available on our website shortly. And the next Bhattacharya Award is now open for applications, and we're looking forward to receiving entries from more outstanding collaborations. I'd like to now invite you all to enjoy some refreshments down the back here. Thank you all, and good evening.